Yup. Back to check out this expansion of Blade Rondo. Blade Rondo did a little numbers. I've actually been sleeping on Blade Rondo. But let's check out this night theater and hopefully play. The rain is being a jerk, but here's what it is. I think I beat it last time. The solo base game. Maybe I didn't, but maybe I got close. Read the back. Right. The theater beckons to you from the darkness. This world abounds with legends. As one of few remaining Swordians, you have the power to call upon the characters within those legends and wield them in battle as swords. You sense something is amiss when you receive orders to hunt down your fellow Swordians. Suspicious, you set off on a journey to uncover the truth. You stop in a small village during your travels and soon find a malicious force at work there. The villagers all wear the same lifeless expression as they're drawn into the shining theater. What manner of evil awaits within? With night falling fast, you ready your swords and head into the theater. Wield bewitched swords that reveal their true forms after sunset. Kind of like magic with the vampires. And assemble the puppets discarded on the theater floor in powerful combinations. Pit yourself against a fiery disciple of the Rose in a robust solo mode. Standalone expansion for the Blade Rondo. Everything you need to play is included in this product. 2018, back in Japan, but just released, I want to say last year, maybe this year. Got backer kitted. I should only need one since I'm only one player. Let's look at the book. All right, Night Theater, game manual. Starting awake, you find yourself in a small village inn. Stop during your journey. Okay, this is a little different. Starting awake, you find yourself in a small village inn where you last stopped during your journey. You feel as though you've just woken from a terrible nightmare. Despite the lateness of the hour, you hear a beautiful voice singing in the distance. It seems to be coming from the village's recently opened theater. Though the village shows signs of prosperity, something is strange about the people here. The villagers all work. Man, it sounds a lot like the same. Taking care to conceal the crest of the rose seared into the back of your right hand. You step through the doors of the theater. Man, let's just go ahead and read it. Though from the village's recently opened theater, though the village shows signs of prosperity, something is strange about the people here. The villagers all wear the same lifeless expression as they are drawn into the shining theater. If whatever is inside is causing the people harm, you know you can't stand idly by. Taking care to conceal the crest of the rose seared into the back of your right hand, you step through the doors of the theater. You are a Swordian, a human with the ability to use the skills and techniques used by characters of legend by manifesting them as swords. Answer the call of these swords, let them sing out in battle. Alone or outnumbered, you fight on, undone. In the shadow of death, you stand unafraid. You are a Swordian, a sworn defender of the peace. The good guys. All right, new rules and updates and updated rules for page 11, 13, 15, 16, 22, 28, 30. All right, card disciplines. The cards and actions used in the game are divided into 5 disciplines. While the card's discipline doesn't affect how it is played, it shows what kind of effects it's likely to have. Physical, the strength of the card's physical attack is determined by your attack attribute. Magical, no shield, can stop a mage's craft. And magical attacks ignore your opponent's defense attribute while dealing damage. And assist cards provide a variety of beneficial effects such as restoring life or increasing your attributes. Some will even let you summon familiars to aid you in your battle. Gambit cards have effects that allow you to react to your opponent's actions. Don't think these are in the solo maybe. And special, the power to do the unexpected. Special cards offer you a choice of different effects. This discipline only appears in the solo game as one of Maria's swords. Alright, the rain is being a jerk. I might have to pick this up at a different time or different place. And then it wants to chill out. And we'll keep going. Alright, so Maria's sword. Special. Solo game is one of Maria's swords. Special. Okay. 13. Response. When you play this card, place it in your play area face down. At the end of your turn, it does not... It doesn't return to your hand, nor is it discarded. During your opponent's turn, if they perform an action with the discipline symbol that matches one of the symbols listed to the right of the response keyword on your face down Gambit card, you may choose to turn your Gambit card face up and resolve its effect. Play this card, place it in your play area face down Gambit. The end of your turn, doesn't return to your can, nor is it discarded. I probably have all this written down already, but they give me 2 red beads. How quaint. Secondary, if the card's effect dealt at least 1 damage to your opponent, resolve its effect. Alright, Hone, don't recall that. When you play this card, you may choose to resolve its Hone effect before paying its cost. Using the card's Hone effect is optional. Before paying its cost. Optional. Tribute. Resolve this effect when you pay the cost to use this card. And this effect is mandatory and must be resolved. Binded. Play this card normally. If its binded effect is resolved, place it in the specified player's set area. That player gains the effect described on the card for as long as it remains in the set area. Although cards with binded effects have a limited icon, don't discard them at the end of your turn. Binded effects are not considered actions. It can't be responded to. It's 13. $15, $16. Alright, ignore, take, deal damage. Taking/dealing damage causes the affected player to reduce their current life. Losing life is not the same thing as taking damage. I'm sure I wrote that down plenty times, but I'll do it again. And therefore effects lose X life can't be affected by damage modifying effects. Respond. The use of a face down Gambit card in your play area. Revive puppet. Any card with the summon puppet name. There are 4 types of puppets. Detained rules. This section is an in-depth explanation of the game's rules. You don't need to read this section before playing the game. Instead, refer to it while playing to answer any questions that may arise. Hand refers only to sword cards you have in your hand. It does not include breath control cards. Or sword cards placed in your play area. Attributes. If an effect that changes your attribute specifies a duration, such as until the end of turn, don't adjust your attribute dice. Temporarily damage when an effect deals damage is mitigated, not negated, that is handled separately by an opponent's defense or other means. It's still considered to have dealt damage even though the damage is 0. Alright, 16, 22. Okay, detailed rules have been updated. 22 through 28, new solo game rules, and page 30, set combination rules have been added. Oh man, you probably got a lot of more stuff. Alright, let's skip to the set combination rules and then go through 22 through 80. Okay, set combination rules. You may combine Blade Rondo Night Theater with Blade Rondo for a more strategic and complex gaming experience. Create 2 piles of 40 sword cards, each containing 1 copy of every sword card from the Blade Rondo and Blade Rondo Night Theater. Take one of the piles and remove 5 sword cards you don't want your opponent to use. Then hand the remaining 35 cards to your opponent, and then simultaneously reveal the 5 cards you removed, and then choose 7 of the 35 you were handed to build your hand for the match. Then follow steps 1 through 5 as described from page 5 to set your area. You're now ready to begin the match. Alright, 22 through 28. Alright, disciplines of the roles. You pass into the theater to find yourself face to face among a towering goddess. Realizing that she has been turning the villagers into puppets, you strike her down without hesitation. The goddess's screams fade into the night and the theater crumbles away without a trace. Before the fledgling silence can settle, it's pierced by a bright voice from the darkness. Did you really just defeat Xiao? Well, color me impressed. A young woman approaches, cloak billowing in the night breeze. Her crimson eyes are fixed on you. Though I'm no pushover myself. Try not to run away, okay? Raising her fist to display the crest of the rose on the back of her right hand, the new arrival proclaims, "In the name of the disciples of the rose, I challenge you, and now we dance." 7 swords materialize in the air around her. Seizing one, she charges at you. Draw your swords, and expert Swordian stands before you. Alright, setting up a solo game. The Swordian Maria is your opponent for this solo game. Set up your area and Maria's area as described from page 5. Place the Maria card in the Maria action roll. And Maria does not use breath control cards. Shuffle the 15 Maria sword cards and place them face down on the left of the Maria card to form the Maria deck. And you know what? We'll do this over in the gameplay video. But yeah, man, you know what? I milked this stuff. Let's come back for the flipping through the cards. All your games, like, comment, subscribe.